Who's impatient?
Mahirap kayo, putang ina, sige. Mag-taste kayo sa hirap at gutom, wala akong pakialam.
May lapit ko dito sa inyong committee. Yung problema namin, kasi naghihirap kami dito. Gumastos kami. Kasi naipit kami sa programang ito. Ano na nalahanap buhay namin? Sumala ko, nag-aaral.
Hindi ako papayag. Mahirap kayo, putang ina, sige. Mag-taste kayo sa hirap at gutom, wala akong pakialam.
May luma naman na pwede pang gamitin. Tignan natin yung condition eh. Kung maganda mag-alaga yung driver, maganda yung jeep niya, pwede pang gamitin yan, safe pa naman.
Who's undisciplined?
Dahil sa tagal niyang gumising, laging hating gabi ang kanyang, to the people, ganyan ang nangyayari kapag walang disiplina ang isang tao.
Who's disrespectful?
Migos may asawa at kabit ka. Respeto naman.
Who lacks faith in God?
Pinakamasamang gawain ngayon sisihin mo ang Diyos at padudahan na hindi niya kayang masolve ang problema sa polvoron. Puro kakayabangan pero wala ka namang nagawa para tudukan ang polvoron. Napakasama mo to isa kang diablo na pati Diyos ay nagawa mong laitin.
Who mocks God?
Tapos si Eve, ginising si Adam, siguro katatapos lang, kumain ka rin. So kinain ni Adam, then malice was born. Who is this stupid God? Stupido talaga itong putang akong ganun. You created something perfect, and then you think of an event that would tempt and destroy the quality of your work. How can you rationalize a God? Maniwala ka?
Who's irresponsible?
The 6 years of the Duterte administration, from 2016 to 2022, very limited information was provided to the Filipino people. So, the impact of that kind of limited information and downplaying this incident gave the Filipino people a misinformed appreciation of what's really happening. There came a point that the Filipinos no longer believe that the Filipino fishermen are still being harassed, that the Coast Guard and the Armed Forces of the Philippines are having a hard time patrolling our own exclusive economic zone. So for President Bongbong Marcos, with the transparency strategy that we have now, the most positive impact that we can say is that more Filipinos are becoming more aware of what's happening. With the result of the last survey about the Filipinos' awareness of the West Philippine Sea, almost like 72%. The only difference is that we're talking about it now. More people are becoming aware of what's happening. But, you know, last month, for example, I released, because the National Security Advisor, General Eduardo Año, declassified the photos and videos that were reported by the Coast Guard to the National Task Force way back in 2017 to 2022, wherein sea turtles are also being captured, the giant clams are being harvested, you know, the entire destruction of the marine environment in Scarborough Shoal. We have reported that, but the previous administration did not release that to the public.
Who's not a good husband?
Separated.
Who has a mistress? Who's polygamous? Who's illegitimate father? Who's a traitor to his own country? Who's advocating for the Philippines to become a province of China?
Kaya nga sabi ko, why are you so sparing? Gusto ninyo, gawain na lang ninyo kaming province, Fujian, pati Philippine province of China. Di wala tayong problema.
Who's not defending our rights in WPS?
Philippines, we don't have oil, but we have a very big reserve in West Philippine Sea. That's why they are very interested on the Philippines. So let us not let go of it. We should protect our territory.
Wala na tayo. Yun ang history, tapos nagpahal sila ng kaso, nanalo tayo. Yung papel Sa totoong buhay, between nation, yung papel, wala yan. Kayong mga Pilipino nakikinig ngayon, boundary lang, tubig lang naman, hayaan mo yan.
Who's disrespectful to women?
OMG, ka-adere.
Who's a self-confessed sex offender? Who's indecent and vulgar, who uses curses and cuss words to mock others?
Putang ina ko, mabalik ako. Arestuhin ko kayo lahat for the swindling of the Filipino people.
Who disregards human rights?
Kaya may order ko rin ganyan sa tukin ko. Walang pakialam dyan sa human rights nila. I don't give a shit kung anong gusto nilang sabihin. This campaign against this war against the drug.
Who's a self-confessed killer?
Ang intelligence fund, binili ko, pinapatay ko lahat. Kaya ganun ang gabaw. Yung mga kasama ninyo. Kaya may order ko rin ganyan sa tukin ko. Walang pakialam dyan sa human rights nila.
Who's a self-confessed thief?
Hindi ako namang makalinis. Marami rin akong nanakaw pero naubos na. So, wala na.
Senator Richard Gordon was obviously enraged at former Budget Undersecretary Lloyd Lau after he tried to evade questions on the 42 billion peso fund of the Health Department transferred to the DBM. The funds were allegedly used to buy overpriced medical items, such as mats at 22 pesos apiece. Formerly Pharmaceutical Corporation, a newly incorporated company, supplied the products.
Who's a self-confessed fentanyl addict? Who's a self-confessed Mary Jane user?
It's a killing activity. And I think my age, ako hindi masyado. Kasi nagmamariwana ako para magising.
Who lacks diplomatic skills?
Guys, ito yung sinasabi ni Richard Hidarian na kapag ito daw si Duterte ay pumupunta sa ibang bansa, walang pumapansin daw dito at tinatalikuran daw ito ng mga world leaders at diplomats at kung mga iba-iba pang mga leaders ng bansa or prime ministers. Wala daw dito gustong kumausap. Alam po ito ni Richard Hidarian kasi sa panahon na si Duterte po ang Pangulo, si Richard Hidarian ay madalas din po yan pumunta sa ibang bansa, mga events po na kung nasaan si Duterte. At siya na rin po yung nakapag-witness na one time ay hinahanap niya si Duterte kasi halos lahat ng mga presidente ng ibang bansa ay nandun na pero si Duterte ay wala. Yun pala, napag-alaman na lang niya na natutulog pa sa hotel. So, ngayon po, alam ko na kung bakit ayaw niyang harapin yung mga world leaders kasi nga out of place siya, parang hindi siya pinapansin. Siya ganun, parang ginagawa na lang niya, binumura niya, para kunwari ayaw niya. Pala ang katotohanan ay naayawan talaga siya. Yun po ang totoo. Ngayon sa panahon ni PBBM, si PBBM po ay pinagkakaguluhan ng mga world leaders. Real talk lang.
Who's not an eloquent speaker?
Kala ko, wala akong... I don't there's any word. I don't even know the ayunan show.
Ano?
Who struggles with vocabulary?
Kapag nag-speech im adalas do tumihinto, nag-isip ang di matagal, tapos hindi niya alam kung ano ang salitang idudugtang kaya. Iniba na lang niya ang topik, sabok siya mag-speech.
Who's a compulsive liar?
Wala akong sinabi na ganun. Mama, you have to, even if you kill me 1,000 times, wala akong sinabi na taking a drug. Pero kung sabihin mo, addict, wala akong sinabi na ganun. Patayin ako ni Marcos niyan, maawa ka naman sa akin. Patayin ako ni Marcos niyan, bakit pa naman ako mamatay ng tanda na ako.
Who sleeps while the storm is raging?
My God, nagpapanik na ang mga tao pero si Duterte mahimbing na natutulog sa loob ng kanyang kulambo.
Who is late in disaster response, causing the hashtag NASA Anang Piong Gulo to trend during his term? who consistently arrives late for meetings, who neglects the welfare of the people by who consistently arrives late for meetings, who neglects the welfare of the people by prioritizing China's interests over the nation's needs,
Yung mga Pilipino nakikinig na yon, boundary lang, tubig lang naman, hayaan mo yan. Insist on Philippines Sea.
Anything there's a Scarborough Show. Maniwala kayo kasi yan ang commitment sa atin ng China.
who is considered the worst president in Philippine history.
Ang intelligence fund, dinili ko, pinatmatay ko lahat. Yung mga kasama ninyo, pinatigok ko talaga. Yun ang totoo.
Order release dyan sa sutukin ko. Wala akong pakialam dyan sa human rights. I don't give a shit kung anong gusto nilang sabihin. This campaign against this war against the drug
Duterte is the best recruiter of the CPP and the NPA.
Real Bangag.
Si Duterte ang tunay na bangag. Tunay na bangag.